Cab. Room. ADT. ADT2. ADT3. Smoothie Plus from Waverley Instruments. That's the video. Not really, not really. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ben, but I am going to be talking about this today, which is the Smoothie Plus from Waverley Instruments. It's a compressor. But as you saw there in my kind of tubular bell style introduction, it's got a few extra bits that have just been added in the Plus version. So I was just going to look at those really quickly. And it's bare bones. It's a really nice, clean compressor. You've got all the standard controls you would expect from a compressor: threshold, ratio, attack, release, blend. Blend is for blending the kind of wet-dry signal, so you can mix in some of your uncompressed signal, which is nice sometimes. Level control, and then you've got makeup gain at the bottom as well, down here on these things. I was obviously doing some kind of pretty heavily compressed funk stuff at the start, so I'm going to stay there for a moment, and we'll look at that with a bit more detail. I'm going to turn these bits off for now. So like I say, this works as a compressor, and as you know, it's been a great module in the Waverley Instruments catalogue as a good compressor for a while now. But these little tweaks make it really suitable for guitar players. So this is my kind of clean sound. Now I've mapped all the controls here to my Korg Nano control just to make it a bit easier. Assigning MIDI controls in Voltage Modular is super easy. You right click, click MIDI learn like that, and then you can control it from whichever control you touch. So there we go. So my threshold is way down for this. My ratio is way up, so there's tons of compression. I turn the attack down, I turn the release down, so it's a really fast compression thing for that kind of percussive funk thing. So that does like this. Which is fine. It sounds like a DI'd guitar being compressed. But with the press of a button, we can turn on the cab sim. Now, if you've seen any of the other videos I've done about these modules, or you've played with them, you are probably already aware of the cab sim. It makes it sound like a speaker cab. So now, well, here's my clean sound without it. And with it. So it's much kind of... It works just really nicely to kind of smooth the guitar sound away from that DI signal. Into sounding like it's a speaker cabinet, which is wonderful, because that's what you want. Well, that's what I want most of the time. Occasionally you do want a straight up DI sound, and you can use it for that. That's perfect. But yeah, it's nice to have a cab sim on there. Let's dial the controls back a bit. So we'll turn the threshold down, turn the ratio down a bit. If you do this with the controller here, I should see all of these controls. You can see the release times changing. Which it doesn't do on the knobs. But if we turn the release time up so it's fairly long, give it a little bit of an attack time. Threshold can stay around the midpoint. Ratio is make it about 4, something like that. The blend will go half and half. The level control. So the level control down here, if you're using the makeup gain, You probably don't really need to touch this, but it does control the overall level. I should also mention these little lights here. So the one at the top, you can see when it's working, the light comes on, and the more it's compressing, the brighter the light will get. And down at the bottom, I don't know if I can do that one actually at the moment. I don't know if I've got enough signal. But the bottom light here, is a limiter. So that's just telling you that you're really pushing it, and it's a hard limiter. I think it's clean. It doesn't clip it too much, but there we go. You got it there. So I'm having to really whack the guitar to do it, so it's not really fair. But you saw it light up, so that's nice. So there we go. It's got the cab sim. It's also got, if you want to dial some of this stuff in, if you're not doing that kind of really super clean funk stuff and you want to have a bit of room in there, it's really nice just to give it a bit of room, really. Just a touch is nice. So it sounds, again, Ross made another kind of guitar amp basically. But there we go. It's really, the room and the cab just give the compressor a whole extra kind of, extra load of things you can do with it. Now, if I turn the attack up a bit, I turn the release up even more. Here we are. Oop, there we go. And the blend control to be about half and half. Threshold can come way down. Now let's see the ADT. ADT stands for automatic double tracking, which I've talked about in some other videos. It's a really cool effect. I like it. This has actually got 3 modes of ADT because you've got 1, 2, and then both together to give you the third. I'm just going to play through them quickly. This is the first one. So. So that's kind of subtle, that one, which I like. Number 2 is slightly less subtle. Bit more stereo spread on that one. If you're listening on headphones, it's very obvious when you put in number 2 as opposed to number 1. It's a tasteful amount. I really like it. There's no EQ option on here, obviously, but apart from the cab. But if you like the sound of your guitar and you're just looking for a really cool, clean sound with a bit of compression, I love this. Let's listen to ADT setting 3, which is the biggest of them all. It's getting dangerously close to chorus here, I would say. That's cool. That's a nice kind of clean poppy guitar sound, which I really dig actually. I turn it up a little bit more. The threshold's way down. Let me turn that up. And now. I mean, it's lovely. It's not, you know, it's not one of the kind of big whiz bang effects that will blow everyone away with how crazy it sounds. But as a practical thing to use when you're recording or gigging, I think it's brilliant. I really do. I'm going to do some other videos on how you can use this in kind of different situations. I think I was going to do it all as one video, and I tried that, but it was like 3/4 of an hour long, which is too long. But you know, hooking them up in series for that kind of slide thing, the Lowell George thing, all that kind of fun stuff. Turning on all the ADT all at once. But yeah, the Smoothie Plus, it's a great compressor. For guitar, it's brilliant because you can just get a fantastic clean sound with very, very little effort. I'll do some presets for this as well and put them in the store, or however that works. Good. Take care, everyone. All the specs are below, as ever. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and go and look at Waverley Instruments channel as well. I'm going to put all the ADT on, so the threshold way down, the ratio way up. No attack. Medium release. Full blend. Levels fine. Okay, let's see what happens with this. Good. Tune in soon, everyone. All right. I almost forgot. Chicken picking, right? Same kind of settings as I just had on the playout, but let's give it a faster release time. Can't believe I forgot. But you got a chicken pick on one of these, don't you? So.